back here. I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight, but it keeps cutting off. All right, Tech 9 and the War Dogs going at it here in this tag team matchup during the tournament for the #1 contendership for the tag team championships. And of course, we did see last week another matchup of that tournament, and that was a matchup that included the Poison Clan and the New Breed, where the Poison Clan came on top. So they're actually watching this matchup right here, waiting for the outcome to see who they will face next week in the final of that tournament, that 14 tournament. Of course, a big shout out going out to our good friend Angelo watching in the Boston, Massachusetts area. That's Tech 9. Oh, with a double headbutt right there. Pretty good maneuver right there between the two teams. Tag team right here, will tag in, excuse me, by the War Dogs. And these two men right here are very dangerous, Holmes. I guarantee you, if the military needs some backup, we'll call our President Trump and we'll get these two on the Air Force One immediately to go down to Iraq and take care of business, Holmes. Oh, Hector, come on, man. No, they're the War Dogs, but can you really think they're going to go out there and take care of business? Come on, they're War Dogs, man. They're militant. Of course they'll take care of business. Are you crazy? Would you like to say that to Don Davis and Russ Cannon, Holmes? I mean, I don't think you would say that to their face. Well, I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm just saying it's kind of crazy to say such a thing. Oh, these guys are ex-military, Holmes. Of course they're tough enough to do that job. I'd be surprised if Mac Browser and Osiris the Virus make it out of Washington tonight. All right. Well, we know who Hector's going for here tonight. Goes underneath. Leapfrog Jones right there by Mac Browser, and a scoop slam, but gets out of it. Does Don Davis, and went for the roll-up right there, but nothing doing. Don Davis and Mac Browser, the legal men here tonight. Into the corner goes Don Davis, and Mac Browser now with a tag in again to his tag team partner, Cyrus the Virus, and a nice kick right there. And oh, look at this now. Oh, man, look at this big move right here. Oh, double shot right there. One to the head and one to the other end. I'm not going to say what it is, no butt stuff, but nonetheless, Don Davis didn't like that one bit and gets up right away. Irish up to the corner. Now it's Cyrus' turn to go for a ride right here. And there's a tag in right there to Ross Cannon. What is this? Oh, a power bomb into a neck breaker and a hook of the leg right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. Back and forth we go here tonight in this matchup. It's been a pretty good riot so far. Choking him in the corner is Cyrus the Virus, and we do appreciate everybody for joining us here tonight on a Friday edition of Thursday Night Riot here in the afternoon. Thank you for letting us into your living room or workspace or hard drive, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. As Cyrus the Virus right now taking it to Don Davis here. And an Irish trip into the corner, did not want to get that double team again, and gets out of it. Oh, look at that right there. Cyrus the Virus taking him down with that shoulder tackle, not going up to the top rope right here. Don't know what he's looking for, what he's waiting for, but he better ever do something before the tag in. And Leapfrog Jones into the corner, and Cyrus has no choice but to get back down. And now choking away at Cyrus the Virus is Don Davis. That was Russ Cannon that was in the ring a while ago. And now look at Cannon, or Davis, excuse me. Oh, went for the powerbomb, but couldn't get Cyrus up right there. Now Cyrus the Virus, what is he thinking of right here? Irish whip into the corner again, and it might be a big splash. Here he comes, and went for the big knee, but nobody home. He hit the turnbuckle. Oh, but still able to get his composure against him. And that's why you use knee pads, Holmes. 1, 2, and a kick out. Matchup continues here. Tag back in right here as the War Dog's doing war again. He's going to catapult him right into Cyrus the Virus, and Cannon now shot like a cannon right there from the top rope. And a nice vertical suplex from the top rope. Well, not from the top rope, but up elevated high. Man, what strength these guys have, the War Dogs, Holmes. I'm telling you, man. These guys could very well be a tough opponent for the Poison Clan next week if they do advance against the Tech Niners here tonight. And now Mac Browser with a head full of speed and a nice shoulder tackle in the corner. Takes down Russ Cannon, and Irish whip. Oh, and a big thunderous clothesline right there against him. And War Dogs seemingly to be the team that has the momentum in this matchup, and yet again in the corner, but not a tag in this time for a double team. And now Mac Browser taking him down into a sharp, no, it's not a sharp shirt, it's a triangle lock right there, but nothing doing. And a springboard, he goes underneath him, but he still, well, you try to clip him, he fell down, and he was already elevated, so hit that move off the springboard, now going up to the middle rope right here. And he's waiting for him to get up to his vertical base right here. Let's see. Oh, he's going to go for a DDT, but caught him slipping. Hook of the leg right here, 1. And a kick out at 1. And now look at this, choking a whip. Mac Browser, and Mac Browser hits him right in the midsection and tries to get out of it. Into the corner again they go. Another tag into Cyrus the Virus and Tech 9 hanging in there, trying their best to keep their wits about them, trying to advance in the tournament to face the Poison Clan. And now hook of the leg for Cyrus the Virus, but Don Davis flies in there to get the breakup on the count right there. And now Mac Browser's going to get back in here again. He's been the workhorse for this tag team so far in this matchup. Cyrus the Virus, the powerhouse of the two, and then you got the War Dogs, who are both powerhouses in their own right. And now a roll-up right here. 1, 2, and no! I thought that was it right there. 299er for Mac Browser. And Don Davis now is going to get the tag back in as Cannon looks a little fatigued right here, and here it goes again. And he missed right. I don't know what the hell he's trying to do there. Trying to give him some kind of booty bump right there, but nothing doing. And Mac Browser now trying to take advantage of the slip up right there. And a Irish whip gets countered into the corner, and a nice knife edge chop. And comes that running knee again, Holmes. No, it's not. I thought he was going to set up that running knee, and then here he comes. A big fist to the corner right here. And maybe Don Davis is hurt. I mean, I don't know. He was the fresher of the two, but gets back in the ring. And Russ Cannon now is a legal man once again. I'm going to the outside. It is not a Riot Rules matchup, so I'm not sure what Mac Browser's trying to do. He's having a conversation now with his tag team partner, Cyrus the Virus, there on the outside. Oh, and he got caught right there. Power bomb right there, and this could be it for Tech 9. If indeed they get the cover, and there it is right there. But Cyrus now is going to break it up before the 1 count. And Irish whip again, counter into the corner. Mac Browser, is he going to set up for that shoulder tackle again? No, he's not. Goes for the big elbow instead. Stubbing a mud hole and walking it dry. Mac Browser, I mean, he's showing up today and showing out. If they win this matchup, it's because of Mac Browser's resilience here tonight. And his, oh man, what a move right there by Mac Browser, the ultimate download. Well, the ultimate download didn't get the ultimate win here, as the War Dogs are still in it, Holmes. And now Uh-oh, triangle lock right here. Triangle lock, and still hasn't gave up right here. Mac Browser, though, doing his thing here tonight, trying to take down the War Dogs. Into the corner again. Cannon setting him up to the top rope right there, and Cyrus the Virus trying to get in the middle of it, but Cannon don't give a damn. He's going to go up here. What goes up, Holmes, must come down. Samoan drop from the top rope. Oh, my goodness, what impact right there, Holmes. This has to be it right here. 1, 2, and 3. The War Dogs are your winners after a Samoan drop from the top rope right there. And Hector, you were right. Excuse me, I didn't hear you. What did you say? I said you were right. One more time for the people that couldn't hear in the back. Oh, I'm not going to do that again. Well, you said I was right 2 times, so 2 rights make a right for Hector. And tonight the War Dogs came and did exactly what I said they were going to do, Holmes. They were going to come out, take care of business. And I'm telling you, we can send them right there to Iraq, and they'll take care of it. We'll end the war tomorrow if you send these 2. But there's going to be a war next week when these 2 take on the Poison Clan. And that is going to be a matchup for the ages. Poison Clan versus the War Dogs next week here on Thursday nights to find out who's going to face Boots the Gods for the Tag Team Championships coming up here in a couple of weeks. You got that right, Holmes. And, man, these guys, I tell you what, man, they're just doing what they got to do, Holmes. They really are. And the War Machine, well, the War Dogs, they're as tough as nails. Former tag team champions trying to get back on top of the tag team division. Can they do it? Will they do it? We'll find out next week when they take on the Poison Clan. You watch the replay of this battle, and I already thought Mac Browser had it right there with the ultimate download, but it was not enough. The War Dogs are your winners. All right, we're back here on the program, ladies and gentlemen, as this man right here, the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it here on Simulation Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the Iron Man.
Making his way to the ring, representing the family from Charleston, South Carolina, weighing in at 254 pounds, Iron Man.
Iron Man making his way down to the ring here tonight, and he'll be taking on one of his former students from the Ironborn Gym, Deuce, and well, it'll be an interesting matchup to say the least. Well, this comes on the heels of, I've never seen it done in the history of wrestling, and it's kind of, I'm not saying it's a weird combination or anything, but I'm just saying I've never seen it done this way, where they're neither one are champions, Holmes, and it's turning into a number 1 contendership match, but it's turning into something deeper, almost as if they're going for the championship, but there's no championship on the line. Shang Mi is the championship holder, the all international champion, Holmes, and well, tonight is going to be interesting because the winner next week of that matchup will face a champion, but they're setting up a pretty damn thick storyline, a thick plot, just for a number 1 contendership matchup, Holmes. Exactly my thoughts. Iron Man in the ring now. And now we get ready for his one of his students there, Deuce, who is part of the New Breed. And he'll be facing Iron Man here tonight one-on-one.
And his opponent, representing the Coalition from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 283 pounds,
Deuce makes his way down the ring, former Riot champion. Deuce was defeated in a fatal four-way matchup where Ray Hernandez was victorious back at the pay-per-view Tropical Vengeance. Deuce trying to bounce back. He became a tag team with Bishop Brown, who, they tried to bounce back last week, and they lost that matchup against the Poison Clan. So tonight, trying to make a bounce back against one of his probably his biggest opponents yet in the Iron Man. And tonight, we'll see how this one goes down. And we're ready here in this matchup. Iron Man taking on Deuce as part of the Pick Your Poison. The Sector explained it earlier. Cam Finley's the one that picked it, or Theodore Reed, however you want to word it. Well, it's probably both, man, but Theodore Reed's the one that puts it all together. Now going to the corner. These two men right here, and big shout out to John Traylor watching in South Carolina. Iron Man now trying to teach the student a lesson here tonight. Iron Man pretty much demanding a shot at the All International Championship, and it kind of rubbed some people the wrong way in the locker room. Say what you want to say, but the reason there's heat in the locker room is because, you want to talk about last week's matchup where Iron Man was in a matchup against Russ Cannon, and he lost to Russ Cannon. And then he comes out and tells the GM that he demands a championship match for the All International Championship after Dean Lashley had lost to Shang Mi. And I get it. He's a legend, and he shouldn't even have to be asking anybody for any kind of championship matchup. And I'm not saying that he's acting like he is entitled or anything, but when there's opportunity for a championship, of course, Iron Man's always been one. The ultimate opportunity is to take that opportunity and make it his own, and there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're not in it to better yourself, then why are you in it at all? But Theodore Reed was one that said, you know what, you're not entitled to anything. And what the hell was that? Iron Man went for the cutter, but fell on his keister right there. We might have to put him in the list of drugs for the very first time, even though we know that he doesn't do drugs, but I digress. But look at this, a spear out of nowhere, Holmes. 1, 2, and I thought that was it right there, and Deuce thought he had it in the bag, Holmes. My goodness, a 299er here tonight on Thursday Night Riot. Right about that, Theodore Reed took exception to that and put Cam's name in the hat right there, and that's how that number one contendership got set up. And it's awesome that somebody finally stepped up and said, not so fast, my friend. And that was Cam Finley. I don't really get along with Cam, I never have, but I do give him the respect right there of stepping up and getting in the way and saying, you want it, you want that shot, you got to earn it, and you got to go through me, the blueprint, the future of the business home. He's already been a champion and dominated. He dominated, Thursday Night Riot being the longest reigning Dynasty champion, Holmes. So, you know, it all comes full circle, and I absolutely love the competition side of Riot is what I'm trying to say, Holmes. And you explained it right to the T, and you're right, Cam did step up and did do that, and that's why we're here. Pick your poison matchup, and using not only one of his own members as an advantage, but also get into the head of the Iron Man. Thinking, can he take down a student? Will he take down a student? Right here going for the cover to put him away. One, and a kick out at one, and oh man, Iron Man can't believe that he kicked out not even in a one count. That's just Deuce growing up and showing up and trying to do things. Iron Man says, all right, you're not gonna sell for me. Well, I'm gonna beat your ass down. Says Prez right here going for another cover here. One, and a kick out at one, and it could be Iron Man starting to get a little zealous right here, trying to get a little anxious here in this matchup right here. Deuce, you know, he's taking some punches, but he's hanging in there with his former teacher there on the Ironborn Academy. But Deuce has grown up, and that's part of it. You want to see your academy grow. You want to see your peers grow. And Iron Man, though, is not done yet. He hasn't got covered yet, so don't act like Deuce has this in the bag, because Iron Man will come with the wrath quick, and he'll hit him with that Ironborn cutter if you don't watch out. And an Ironborn punch to the master. Hook of the leg right here for the upset. 1, 2, and another close one right there. Oh, Deuce now might be going for the Deuce's Wild right here. If he hits this one, this could be it. Oh, instead he's going to hit him with that big knee. Hits him with a knee right there to the head. 1, 2, and 3, and Deuce does it, and he defeats his teacher, the Iron Man. So Cam Finley, his plan was perfect, and I'm sure Cam Finley and the rest of the new breed up in the skybox are laughing and rejoicing in this awesome victory for Deuce. I just can't believe that the Iron Man went down against Deuce, Holmes. That is wild to me, and Iron Man better think of a plan quick, because that is the second week in a row that he has lost a matchup, first to Russ Cannon and now to his former student, Deuce, here tonight. Next week he has Cam Finley for that big matchup, Holmes, and Iron Man has got to refocus, retool, rethink, because if not, it's going to be the same fate for Cam Finley next week here on Riot. Yeah, but don't count your chickens before they hatch, because Cam actually has a matchup later on tonight as well against Bishop Brown. But I heard around the rumor mill that he wants Bishop to lay down for him to get the easy victory, or maybe a count-out victory. That's what I hear. But Deuce, I mean, taking advantage of the situation, bouncing back, showing up and showing out, and tonight defeats his former teacher, the Iron Man, in this matchup. I'm in shock right now. Deuce standing tall against the Iron Man. We'll be right back with more right after this. All right, we're back in the program here as Big Bad Bishop Brown of the New Breed will take on the leader of the New Breed, Cam Finley. And you heard that right. You do not need to adjust your TV screen, Holmes. Here he comes, the Big Bad Texan from Dallas, Big Bad Bishop Brown.
Making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 258 pounds, the superstar, Big Bad Bishop Brown.
There he comes, Big Bad Bishop Brown. And I don't know what to think about this matchup here. Hector, you think Bishop Brown's actually going to lay down and defeat this man? Well, that's what Theodore Reed told him in the hallway, and him and Cam walked away, and Bishop Brown, from what I'm hearing backstage, is he kind of like shook his head and kind of give that stroke to the goatee, like, what am I going to do here? But right now, we get ready as a Blueprint. The leader of the New Breed makes his way down to the ring here with Theodore Reed. This man right here is a force to be reckoned with, Holmes. If you ask me today who's the top 5 of all of WFA, he's in the top 5, and that's Cam Finley right here.
And his opponent, accompanied by Theodore Reed, representing the Coalition from Springfield, Illinois, weighing in at 320 pounds, the Blueprint.
All right, we get ready now as the Blueprint Cam Finley makes his way down to the ring here tonight with, of course, one of, if not the greatest managers of all time, and I do take exception to that because I think Tiffany Diaz is the greatest manager of all time. Well, of course, it's because you're not Johnny Baez, you're Johnny Biased. And of course you're thinking that way because your main squeeze is a manager and you think the world of her, and it's absolutely fine, Holmes, but come on, get real. She's not the best anymore, Holmes. She might have been at one point, but she is not the best anymore. All right, we're off and running in this one. And it looks like Bishop Brown is not going to lay down for Cam Finley. He wants to go against the Blueprint here tonight, Hector. You know, that's what I figured, man. Bishop Brown, I mean, honestly, to me, I was kind of scratching my head when he joined the New Breed, and I know I've voiced that opinion before. But right now, he kind of got lost in the shuffle after losing the championship. And, you know, he was on the rise with Chad Cattleman, and then Chad just started messing everything up, Holmes. And I'm not going to sit here and blame Chad Cattleman, but, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you fall off and you lose your way a little bit, and you try to get back on the saddle, and you try to find your way. You know, how can you better yourself? How can you get back to where you once were? You know, Bishop Brown try to find refuge there with the New Breed, Homes. But at the end of the day, this man, I in my honest opinion, Holmes, I think that he belongs by himself. When it comes to wrestling, Holmes, you know what I mean? And tonight, he's not going to sit down for anybody, and that means not even his leader, Cam Finley, here tonight. And Cam's going to take exception to that. Doesn't like that one bit. Could this be instant karma for putting Deuce against Iron Man? It could be, but that's why we fight here on Thursday nights. That's why this is the most dominant show of all of simulation wrestling. Bishop Brown now taking it to the leader right there, and we're going to have to take a look at Theodore Reed on the outside as this matchup goes on. He has him up right there. And a gutbuster, we take a look right here at Theodore Reed, who doesn't have any emotion. He's just watching on the outside as Cam Finley and Bishop Brown go at it here. And of course you would hate to lose an asset like Bishop Brown. But also, if you are Cam Finley, you're the leader of the New Breed. And what you got to do sometimes when the people don't fall in order and there's a sleeper hold is you have to take advantage and show them who the alpha male is. Put them back in order and tell Bishop Brown you have to follow before you can lead, Holmes. And that's the mentality I think Bishop Brown has. I mean, that Cam Finley has. And I think that's the lesson he's trying to teach Bishop Brown here tonight. Well, there it is right there. Going for the big move right there. The franchise tag, but nothing doing. Bishop Brown now gaining some momentum, but Cam Finley doesn't allow it. Back and forth we go in this matchup, Holmes. I mean, it's just so wild how these... Oh, a slap to the face right there from Cam Finley. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be that type of matchup here, Holmes. They're going to go to the bitter end right here. And Cam now, Irish whip. And a big buckshot lariat right there. Turns him inside out. Bishop Brown goes to the outside. Not a Riot Rules matchup. There are disqualifications. There are countouts. Except for the matchup that follows, the Riot Championship between Moss and Ray. That's going to be an awesome matchup as well. Oh, look at this. Now he's giving him a massage on the outside, trying to give him a pep talk. Tell him to slow your roll right there, player. Slow your roll. And we're going to give two big shout-outs tonight. One to Wes Figs, watching in Chicago, Illinois, and another one to TJ Bramo, watching in South Carolina, who is also our executive producer here tonight, Holmes. You're doing an awesome job as producer, Holmes. Up to a 7 count. We don't want a double count out here tonight. Both men, they run right into each other, trying to get back in the ring now. And Shelley's going to allow them to get back in the ring now. And now Bishop Brown is going to hook him. He's going to hook him. He hooks him. Got him in the chin lock. Oh, there it is, a chin lock now from Bishop Brown. Cam Finley in the bad spot. And Cam, I thought he tapped out. He did not tap out, but he did collapse. Might be time for some karaoke right here. No, it's not. He's going to hook him again. Went to the wall too many times. He saw it coming this time. Belly to belly suplex from Cam Finley, and he gets he tries to get the cover, but the shoulder's not down. Now it is. And Shelly's not, what the hell's going on? Shelly's standing there. I guess she didn't see the cover, but it was set up for a cover right there. Not a very good cover, but a cover indeed. And now Bishop Brown fighting back. I didn't think they were going to go to this right here, but there's a slap right there. Bishop Brown and Cam Finley. Both men very strong and determined here tonight. And here they go back and forth. And look at this. Another knife edge shot, but Cam Finley now taking advantage. Back and forth they go. I think they're about to go at it here, Hector. I think you're right, Holmes. And here we go. The new breed going at it here tonight. Bishop Brown and Cam Finley in the house is going to get torn down here tonight in Washington, Holmes. Big smack right there, and another one coming for Bishop Brown. Back body drop. Bishop Brown has Cam on his heels. Spine buster right there. Shades of Arn Anderson. I don't even think Arn Anderson can do a spine buster that good. 1, 2 for the win, and Bishop Brown puts down the leader of the new breed. And now Iron Man is in the backstage area laughing because karma is real, Holmes. Bishop Brown putting down the leader, and I don't know if that's going to stir any kind of corruption or drama inside the new breed. But Bishop Brown refusing to go down tonight for the leader. And not only that, but he comes away with an impressive victory over the Blueprint Cam Finley here tonight. So Iron Man loses, Cam loses, and next week, one of them has to be the #1 contender for Shang Mi. And Shang Mi's watching in the back thinking, these damn Americans are going at it while I'm back here resting and rejuvenating my body for that big matchup against whoever wins next week. You got that right, and look at this spine buster right there. What impact right there. And that's all she wrote. You think it knocked the air out of Cam, but big bad Bishop Brown shows up and shows out. And he is your winner tonight. We'll be right back. The Riot Championship is coming up next.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and it is for the Rated R Hardcore
All right, the Riot Championship is on the line as the Pagan, or however you say it. Josh Moss makes his way down to the ring here tonight. Well, Josh Moss going to challenge for Ray Hernandez's Riot Championship tonight. There he comes, Josh Moss. Him and Elijah Butcher lost to Gunsta Gods there at Tropical Vengeance for the Tag Team Championships. And tonight, he gets a shot at his own redemption as tries to take on Ray Hernandez for that Riot Championship here tonight. No disqualification, no countouts in this matchup as Josh Moss makes his way down to the ring. Very unpredictable, this man. That's all you have to say? That's your whole analysis? That's all I got to say about that, Holmes. Very unpredictable. And if you're watching still, TJ, this is your time to get a restroom break because I know that you despise Joshua Moss. Oh, that's not very nice. All right, Moss is at ringside, and Hector? All right, here we go. My little brother, Ray Hernandez, Riot Champion, Holmes. Look at him, he says, my finger points at you, Josh Moss. Ray Hernandez, a Riot Champion. He was successful in his first defense last week here on the program. Very impressive victory as he took on TC Thorne and came up with a big victory here. And I mean, that's going to chap the height of TC Thorne, as you know, he thought he was going to get one over on GM Thorne. Didn't happen. Tonight, Ray Hernandez looks to extend that winning streak against Josh Moss here tonight. And we do want to give a big shout out to Josh Moss. If you're watching there somewhere in South Carolina, of course, TJ says that he is no longer a member of South Carolina, resident, but according to his license, he is. And right now, we'll show you that Riot Championship on your screen. Take it down to ringside as we have the announcement of these two competitors. That's an awesome look, man. It's good. I'm going to miss it when we get to new design. New design, you say?
Introducing the challenger from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, the unrelenting Josh M.
Give it to you one yet. Put your hands down, Moss.
His opponent from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, weighing in at 195 pounds, the Rated R Hardcore Champion, Ray Hernandez.
All right, there's the Riot Championship right there, and there are rumors that the redesign is coming for the season premiere of Riot, Holmes, and could be that one of the last weeks that we do see that version of the Riot Championship, Holmes, and it's been a good ride for that championship. It really has, and it's going to go down legendary for damn sure. And right now we get ready. Josh Moss looking on, Ray Hernandez looking on, and this could also look like a Cruiserweight Riot Championship matchup, Holmes. Both men very short in stature, and a big shot right there from Moss, one and a kick out. Shout out to Perry. I don't know where he commented, but shout out to Perry from somewhere. probably at the Regal Theaters watching Super Mario for the 5th time, and it just came out yesterday. Oh, and a tip to the outside. Moss and Ray Hernandez going at it here. Remember, no disqualification, no countouts in this one. Oh, and Moss just freaking shot out like a cannon to the outside. Roxanne lost earlier in the matchup, and Ray Hernandez said he wanted to come out here by himself because he said he didn't trust Moss. That's what he told me, Holmes. I don't know. Oh, and Moss went for it again and totally whiffed right there. Might cost him in this matchup, but Ray Hernandez tosses him again, making him run. And now a cover right here, and there's Shelley for the cover. 1 and a kick out. The matchup continues here. Hector Hernandez now getting close to the table right here, our table. Oh, a rake in the back right there. Make sure you wear gloves when you do that, Holmes. You don't know where that back has been right there, that big old carpet of a human right there. Oh, that glove rug that he has back there. Have you ever seen his back up close, Holmes? That's a disgusting sight. I thought somebody had brought a shag rug, but it was Moss. He was laying on the floor. It was like one of those bathroom rugs. Oh, well, you cut it out. Moss is human, you know. Well, he's human, but he's out of this world. Remember, he came from the galaxies of the underground or whatever, galaxy wrestling. Remember? Another discussion for another time, Holmes. Thanks to Patron for depleting that damn organization, sending it down the toilet. I remember that completely, and now Moss trying to throw Ray into me. The ring is that way. It's a false count anywhere, Holmes. You just announced it, and now you're telling him to get back in the ring. Come on, what kind of Riot Championship match would this be? Now a submission move on the outside. Moss, however, is going to counter. Oh, look at Ray Hernandez right there, telling Moss to cut it out, and he Jedi mind tricked him right there in a back body drop. Oh, but Moss too heavy, and he falls right on top of my brother. Move the camera over so we can see the action. The drone cam right there, and now look at this suplex. Oh, there's another one. He twisted his hips right there, and there we go. A nice old-fashioned 3 Taco Deluxe, Holmes, and Ray Hernandez could win with that one right there. Let's see if it's enough. 1, 2, and a kick out. Matchup continues for the Riot Championship. Remember the main event coming up next. Fatal 4-Way Eliminator, Dean Lashley, Odin, Crazy, Carnage, and of course the World Heavyweight Champion El Guapo Chuck in that matchup. And it means absolutely nothing. It's just an awesome matchup to get Carnage and Chuck involved in this matchup, and a 1 count right there. Still fighting in front of our table right here. It's the best seat of the house, Holmes. Front row seats to a Riot matchup. Are you kidding me? What are you going to do when you're unemployed from here, Holmes? I mean, you're not going to get this quality of seats ever again. What do you mean when I'm unemployed? Well, you never know. I mean, you could find another job. Maybe you'll get replaced with somebody better. Knowing your cheap ass, you'll never sit in the front row as a civilian. Submission move right here from Ray Hernandez. His version of a Texas Cloverleaf, and Moss still in it right here. Riot Championship is on the line. Johnny Bias and the Hall of Famer Hector Hernandez at ringside here on Thursday Night Riot, brought to you by the Smoking Section Podcast. I don't know what Ray's going for. Nobody used a weapon yet, Holmes. What the hell's going on here? Thought it was a Riot Championship. There you go. Get the toothpick out and hit him. Thought him in the eye. And oh, look at this now. Moss has him up. But, oh, he went for a go to sleep right there. Owen's not going to like that one bit. 1, 2, and a kick out. Well, as long as he doesn't win the championship, I don't think Odin will mind just a bit. Okay, maybe a little bit. The crowd saying fight forever here in Washington, and Ray Hernandez trying to take it to Moss here. Shelly has to move out of the way before she gets run over by Moss. And they fought on the outside for most of this matchup here. And now look at this. Moss getting out of that suplex. right into the steel steps right there. Now they're going to go back to the inside. Ray Hernandez and Josh Moss. And now Ray Hernandez with a shot to the back. And here comes a Irish whip counter. Goes underneath. Leapfrog Jones from Moss. And you know you can leap that high, Holmes. He must have been good at leapfrog whenever he was a little kid playing leapfrog. Imagine Moss trying to jump over you. Oh, what a move right there from Moss. And could this be it right here? Do we have a new champion? 1, 2, and 3. And Moss defeats Ray Hernandez here tonight. Hector, you all right? Well, Hector got up and he's beside himself because Moss won the matchup. I think TJ's at home doing the same sentiment right here as Moss does the unthinkable and defeats Ray Hernandez for the Riot Championship here tonight. I really thought Ray had it in the bag, but all the fight on the outside must have took a toll on Ray Hernandez as he dumped him not once but twice. Look at his gut buster right there. Well, actually, with the GTS was not enough. And then right here, Irish whip, and he just took him down right there. What a move from Moss, and he is a new Riot champion here tonight. Ray Hernandez and Hector arguing on the outside of the ring right there. Hector beside himself shaking his head. Moss is the new champion. We're right back to main event coming up next. Hopefully Hector will get composure and get back here to call the main event here tonight. Moss wins it here tonight. All right, it's main event time, and I can't believe my brother lost to Moss. We get ready now as the two-time Hall of Famer and the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Crazy Carnage makes his way down to the ring.
Making his way to the ring, representing the family from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 222 pounds, Crazy Carnage!
Crazy Carnage, #1 contender for El Guapo Chuck's World Heavyweight Championship. And the money's falling from the ceiling, Holmes. So you got that cup in hand. Could be purple, could be pink, depending on how you mix that shiznit. Crazy Carnage out here ready to show up and show out, Holmes, and show the world why he's the #1 contender for El Guapo Chuck's World Heavyweight Championship, Holmes. Should be interesting. Crazy Carnage at ringside. Big shout out to Jamar Chambers watching in Richmond, Virginia. Uh-oh, it's about to go down like 4 flat tires on a Cadillac that I have on the lot. They're at Hector Brothers. Well, actually, Hernandez Brothers Automotive Sales. But right now, one half of the tag team champions, one half of Goose of Gods. And right now, Washington is about... You overshot it there, buddy. All right, take 2. Washington is about to go. God mode. God mode is activated as the Hall of Famer, the legend himself, Odin O'Shea, makes his way down to the squared circle here tonight.
Representing the Gladiators from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 230 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions.
All right, big shout out to Sean and Odin O'Grady watching up in Canada, Holmes. Odin O'Shea is in the ring, one half of the tag team champions Mills won earlier. Can Odin replicate that here tonight as God Mode activated here tonight on Thursday Night Riot? I'll tell you what, man. Odin, one of my favorite characters of all time. Yeah, I agree with that. All right. We get ready now as Mr. Thursday Night himself, the Omega, Dean Lashley. He's at ringside, Holmes. Maybe we can cut budgets and fire the announcer and make you the announcer. Oh, cut it out. Don't flatter me, Holmes. Dean Lashley making his way down to the ring for this bout here. Lost the All International Championship, trying to bounce back, and what a way to bounce back if he could win this Fatal 4-Way Eliminator here tonight. That's true, Holmes. Let's see what he can do tonight. Big shout out to our good friend Kong Devontae Jones down in Phoenix, Arizona, the 602, baby. All right, here he comes, the WFA World Heavyweight Champion, Holmes, the man who will face Crazy Carnage at Up in Smoke, Holmes. One of the most, if not the most handsomest champions of all time, Holmes. And this you're asking Angelo, he'll tell you different. El Wapo Chuck Holmes making his way down. Tell you what, this is going to be an exciting matchup. Elimination style fatal 4-way matchup, Holmes. Shout out to GM Thorne. Shout out to TJ Brommel. Shout out to everybody watching here tonight, Holmes. Hope you guys are going to have an awesome Easter. I want the egg that has all the money, Holmes. That's what I want. I want some of them peeps. Well, shout out to all our peeps out there, Holmes. And we're ready for the main event. There's Crazy Carnage, two-time Hall of Famer. There's Odin O'Shea, legendary Hall of Famer. Dean Lashley, future Hall of Famer. And, of course, the world champion, El Wapo Chuck, baby. Let's go. We're off and running. Shelly rings a bell. We're off and running in the main event here tonight. Odin and El Wapo Chuck going at it. Carnage and Dean Lashley going at it there in the corner. And we are all excited because in 2 weeks' time, on April the 21st, I believe, 22nd of this month, it will be the season premiere of 2K26 as we're going down to the final. I believe we have 2 more riots and 2 more rages in the pay-per-view before we have our brand new sets, brand new championships, and brand new attire for the entire roster as 2K26 will be rebooted as a season premiere. You're right about that, Holmes, and it's going to be amazing. The only downside, well, at least for you, is that Rage gets to do the season premiere before Rage does. That is for sure, and there's a cover right there already as Dean Lashley going after Crazy Carnage here, and then El Wapo Chuck taking a cheap shot right there, the number 1 contender. But Odin O'Shea puts a stop to that pretty quick as As El Wapo Chuck rolls to the outside, and now Odin going after Carnage here. Dean Lashley and El Wapo Chuck on the outside. I'm sure they'll start to tussle there on the outside soon enough. 4 men enter, one will win here tonight. Non-title matchup. And there's El Wapo Chuck now getting back in the ring, but a cover by Odin and a 1 count. Now Dean Lashley back in the ring going after the champion, and now Odin and El Wapo Chuck will go at it here on the inside. Back and forth we go as Carnage now trying to take a step there. Now he locks up with the champion. A preview to what's to happen in a couple of weeks at Up in Smoke. And now Odin O'Shea on the champion, trying to get a little bit of white noise going there, but it couldn't lock into the head right there. And Wapo Chuck escapes right there, and another cheap shot from Carnage, and they're going at it, and down goes the champion. The table now inside the ring as Odin brings it in the ring. And now Dean Lashley and Carnage are going at it in the ring now. Oh, look at the double team now. A Russian leg sweep right there by the Omega and God Mode. And that team quickly fading as the Omega hits a forearm to the head of God Mode. And now look at this. Uppercut from behind as El Wapo Chuck going after Carnage, at least for the moment. And now going after Dean Lashley here. Oh, there it is right there. The big boot to the face right there. Falling boot. Look at the leg right here. 1, 2, and a kick out. El Wapo Chuck tuning up the band right there. El Wapo music here. Sweet Wapo music, and that hits right there. Look at the leg. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Wapo Chuck has that table now, and he throws it right on top of Odin, the man that brought it into the ring right here, and going for the cover here. Arm drag takedown by Dean Lashley, 1, and a kick out. When it's all said and done, all 4 of these men will be Hall of Famers. 2 out of the 4 are already Hall of Famers, and Carnage already a 2-time Hall of Famer. And now going for the electric chair is Odin on the champion. And now it's, oh man, what a swinging neck breaker right there, full of speed on Carnage, number 1 contender. 1, 2, and a kick out. Oh, and a big boot to the face from Odin, and my goodness, the hits keep coming tonight, Holmes. We do want to thank y'all for joining us here tonight for this awesome broadcast brought to you by the Smoking Section Podcast. They're reviewing John Cena's career. If you haven't listened yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button also on this telecast and on the Smoking Section telecast to help the algorithm grow with the audience. And we're up to 190 subscribers here on the ISPN network, Holmes. And if we can get 10 more, I'll be happy at 200. I would be too. And unfortunately, no Madden football, at least not until later this evening. We will run a game later on this evening. Yeah, we will, Holmes. And looking at the schedule, trying to see when the game of the week is. Well, as Hector looks on, we're going to look on here. Now Wapo Chuck with Omega in the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Dean Lashley has been eliminated by the World Heavyweight Champion, so we're down to Odin, Carnage, and El Wapo Chuck. According to the schedule right here, the game of the week is Detroit and Dallas. And we will run that game later on tonight, so check your local listings for that. Be one game tonight. We might be coming up next. Who knows? Depends on the status of the 2K. Oh, what the hell's up with the cameraman up there? And went for the follow-away slam, but nothing doing there. Only way to win is inside the squared circle, and now Odin with the bar knuckle brawler hits on top of Odin. Oh, and a stop sign of the face right there by Crazy Carnage. That is one of those highlight reel type of, I don't know, stop sign in the face. I mean, you don't get no better than that. And now Odin with a hand-in-hand. A hand-in-hand, huh? That's the first. Yeah, Whoop Chuck with a nice suplex right there. German suplex. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now going after Crazy Carnage, but Carnage has him up now. Oh, what a move right there. Backstabber connects right there, but nothing doing. Snake Eyes in the corner to Odin. And now going to the outside. Gonna be looking for a weapon of choice. Odin now. Oh, and he almost shot him into the front row right there. And now look at Whoop Chuck has that arm in hand. And ducks underneath right there. Odin now with a counter. All 3 men in the ring now. Could we see a double team right there? Look at that. Carter saying let's double team him. Russian leg sweep right there. The champion goes down. Now Odin and Carnage going at it on the old rivalry. Dating way back to the WWF D days. And now with a little GTS right there. Go to sleep on Crazy Carnage and he's busted wide open. Hook of the leg right here to eliminate him. 1, 2. And a shoulder up right there. Not quite a 299er. But pretty damn close. And now, one thing you cannot do is go to a fist fight with this man. And now, look at this. Odin now with a GTS to the champion. And GTS to Whoop Chuck. 1, 2, and 3. And now Whoop Chuck eliminated by Odin O'Shea. So Odin picking up a big one over the champion right there. So it's down to the number 1 contender, Odin, Crazy Carnage. And Odin O'Shea, who has been a former World Heavyweight Champion before, and Whoop Chuck just caught slipping and got caught in a GTS. And now the damn game glitching won't let Carnage step over that table right there, so they might have to brawl on the outside for a little bit. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. There's a hand outside, there's a stop sign, and oh, and he just got hit in the head with that arm. Who the hell's missing an arm, but we found it. Odin O'Shea and Carnage going at it here in the main event. Whoop Chuck and Dean Lashley both been eliminated in this matchup in this fatal 4-way eliminator. Oh, look at this. Odin O'Shea. Top rope Jones. Axe handle. Nope. Big clothesline connected right there. Could this be it for Carnage? Hook of the leg. 1, 2. And a 299er. The matchup continues here in the main event. And now has him up. There's going to be the second one. GTS to Carnage. Hook of the leg right here to win it. 1, 2, and Odin O'Shea shows up, shows out, God mode activated, and he wins the main event here tonight, Holmes. Well, if it's any consolation, Whoop Chuck and Carnage, he got eliminated both by Odin O'Shea here tonight. Whoop Chuck eliminated Dean Lashley early on in the matchup. As you watch the replay of this awesome battle here, he tried to get him early on, but slipped out of it. At this point right here, there it is right there. Boom. Dean Lashley was eliminated 1, 2, and 3. Well, not that. Right there. The El Guapo music was what hit and eliminated him 1, 2, and 3. I got the highlight reel mixed up. Then later on, tried to get Odin, but was not enough. Then right here, caught him with a backstabber. Could this be a preview what's to happen at the pay-per-view in a couple of weeks up in smoke? I don't know, but Odin puts down Carnage right there, Holmes. Big shout out to TJ Brahma, our executive producer here tonight. Shout out to the Smoking Section Podcast for sponsoring this awesome telecast. This has been a presentation of Thursday Night Riot here for Johnny Bias and Hector Hernandez, the Hall of Famer. We say good night here from Spokane, Washington. God mode wins it. We'll see you next week for another edition of Thursday Night Riot. Happy